Hi. Xenoblade. Xenoblade, my beloved. Telepia Plume was defeated at some point. I'm not quite sure when that happened. It happened while I was asleep. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, I remember how my skull is out of fuel. Thank you. Teehee. Okay, guess what time it is now? It's time for me to do a specific affinity quest because it makes me able to have because I have two party members that I don't have at max affinity yet. It's Fry and Fog, and I can't have them in the party at the same time. But I hope the affinity mission changes that, so we're gonna have an attempt at it. Okay, take him out of the party. What do you mean? Oh, we'll take the buy this one I need to do first. Okay, where's that one? I'm in the man. There it is. I'll go back to the affinity or the heart-to-hearts afterwards. There we go.
So there's a mission I'd like your help with. It's from an outfitter team working on a new scale. I guess they found some strange things during tests in Oblivia. They've asked us to investigate them and find out what they are.
Tell me more about the things.
I know, I'm curious too. But I'm afraid we don't know anything specific at the moment. That's kind of the point, actually. This would normally be a curator kind of job, right? But I asked them to make an exception for me.
No.
I want to become a more well-rounded blade. Someone more like you or my brother. A man who can handle any mission. I feel like I've only just discovered what I want to be since I met you.
You'll catch up in no time, so...
I'll do my best. If I keep completing missions and building trust, I hope to make my brother proud. Yes. Anyway, should we go?
Let's go. Where do I need to go? Oblivia. Noted. Noted over here. South Coast.
This is them. I've definitely never seen one of these before.
I have. They look like Oxerves.
Right then.
Warn the boy. These are Oxerves.
I know, But if my brother were here, he wouldn't let that stop him.
It didn't have to be like this.
I can kill these with the Ares 90 scale. See, they are Oxers. I was right.
Success! Nice work.
Teehee. Teehee. Ares 90. Teehee.
What strange organisms. I've never seen anything like them.
It could be a ganglion weapon, yeah.
I don't know. I don't see much reason for them to lay a trap out here. No sense in idle speculation, I suppose. Let's bring one back and have the lab crew take a look. I'm sure my friend Solon will be able to help us out.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's this one. Dun, dun, bum, 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 ba, da, da, do, 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 do. Solon.
Hello, Solon. It's been a while.
Sorry, who are you?
Oh. Ow. That's not good.
Fog?
Ah, yes, of course. I remember because you have all the presents of your namesake.
But you didn't remember.
Right, well, apologies. Did you need me?
Yes. We were attacked by a strange organism in Oblivia.
Some new bioweapon from the ganglion?
We're not sure. We brought one back so you could take a look, if you don't mind.
Sounds dangerous. I love it. Let's go take a look. Well then, a cursory analysis rules out the bioweapon theory.
Neat.
It's not ganglion. Tech level is wrong.
Oh.
Meaning...
No clue.
Do I exist again? Think I do. Twitch says I do. Am I real? I think I'm real. OBS doesn't think I'm real yet. It's just stuck on connecting. But we'll just go
A
for it.
reasonable assumption. Anyway, there are 3 likely sites, so you'll want to get on that.
Okie dokie. Also, what I did in my uptime is I did all the monsters that have all the tyrants that have a thing, except for Telefia the Endbringer, which is level 99. Which I don't plan on doing just yet. And then there's a bunch of side quests that I have left to do at some point. Anyway, to the giant ring. To the giant ring. A massive ring fragment collected. What else do I have? Find a boot ruin fragment. The ruins on the boot. I don't know how I pronounce it. I don't know how I meant to pronounce it, at least. Hello, sir. I'm here to collect your item. And then we go to the north coast. The north coast Riddle Rock. Let me kill you while I'm here, because you have a material I need. In your head.
I'll burn you all to the ground! Success! We got him. Let's move.
Didn't get it. It's always worth a quick murder. Not like it takes very long to do so.
Success! Nice work.
I love the little wing effect that the Ares has. It's very cool. Oh, the three of these. These three objects. So this is one of the super bosses. This is Gradivus, the headless emperor, who has a head. Very curious. I want to see how much Akasura Cannon does to him.
Settle down.
Not too much, really. What if I do it again?
They'll consume everything. Akasura Cannon. Primer. Settle down.
Okay. We'll be here for too long if I try and do this like this. Let's see if we can get more done like this. No, we cannot. Does he simply have high equal resist? No. Seems like he simply has high defenses. We missile him. And now we can do the Akasura Cannon in the overdrive. It really doesn't do that much. Yeah. I'm gonna leave and we'll come back to him at some point with a different ground build. Oh fuck, he's running. Back to Solon. Over here. That's not where you are. You're now standing over here. Okay. That works for me.
I received the data you sent from the ruins. I'll get started on it now. Sorry, but there's only one thing I can say for sure.
And that is?
It's not a ganglion weapon, or native to Mira. Oh, and it's not from Earth. That was three things, actually.
So what is it? That's right.
Fog, you still with us? Yeah, I understand it's less than we hoped for, but still...
Brother. That's right.
Oh, noted.
Fry Christoph is my older brother. It's a bit of a long story. Do you mind listening?
I'm all ears.
Right. First, let me apologize for not telling you about this sooner. My brother and I had a huge fight back on Earth. The Kristoffs are a military family. Fry, our father, his father, his father. But I took after my late mother. I wanted to be an engineer. And though we were different, we were all still close. But that all changed when it came time to board the White Whale. My father was the only one of us who didn't get a spot.
Oh.
He stayed behind on Earth. Fry couldn't see how someone with his experience and rank could be denied. And he raised holy hell about it. Oh yes, Dad was Fry's hero in most respects. Anyway, Fry had it wrong. Still does, I assume. Unlike him, I accepted the truth immediately. I had no objection to leaving our father behind. Because that was his choice, you see, and I wanted to respect his wishes. He said an old man like him had no place taking someone else's spot.
No.
All his life, he'd sacrificed himself to keep others safe. This was no different, except that it meant we'd never meet again.
Oh.
Fry wouldn't hear it. He refused to listen to me or Dad. He's been bitter and distant ever since.
And hard for the little fog.
Yes, it was.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Hard.
I want us to be close again. I'm hoping that if I keep pushing myself as a blade, I can at least speak to Fry as a peer.
That's a good
Then maybe
motivation.
he'll finally listen. Anyway, I really appreciate your help in all this.
Anytime, Fog. Anytime. The dual gun art sky high. That's a false hope. So where does this one go on the map? That's what I'm curious about. That's the Nopon Air. Soldier of the Aeriers. The Surf Nopon, or was it not? Oh, is it one of the ones without? Does it just exist in NLA? Okay. No, I'll happily do that, still. Ooh. Start mission.
I'm sure you can guess why I've asked you here. The Ganglion are mobilizing at Bedrock Hold in Primordia. We think they're going to strike NLA. So we're not going to wait. Instead, a strike team will lead an attack and seize the fortress.
Sounds right up my alley.
I was hoping you'd say that, Fry. I'd like you to lead the strike team.
Sure thing, boss.
The rest of you will remain behind and guard New LA's perimeter.
What, we're not all going?
The city's defenses can't spare everyone. If more Ganglion forces struck, New LA would crumble in hours.
Guess that's true.
I'll guard the city. Playing offense isn't my thing.
All right. Fogg here will head up the defensive effort. As a prospector, that makes more sense anyway. How about you? Which team will you join?
We're gonna go and attack.
Why ain't I surprised? Just follow me. I'll get you home safe.
Second
Or
dude.
more likely, I'll follow while you do the heavy lifting.
Because I can use the
Well,
Ares
at
90
least
to
I'll
just
be
kill
watching your
everything in the fortress. It'll be
Bring in the
easier. Hopefully.
Fry, you take the strike team and head for the hold. Take out as many of the assault forces they've assembled there as you can. With any luck, we can prevent this attack on New LA completely. Any questions?
There's more than just these new forces at the base, right? What do we do with the others?
Your only targets are the ones planning to hit the city. You can ignore the rest.
Roger that.
Any other questions? Okay, Fogg, I'll explain your role in a second. Good luck, strike team. Dismissed.
Track mission.
Hey, hold up. You've gone on missions with Fogg before, right? How was he?
Oh. He did well.
I see. He seems cold. Like he can't be bothered to defend his own flesh and blood. He's always off in his own little world. Creeps me out. I never have any clue what he's thinking.
We just listen.
He's always been the genius type. Pulls off ridiculous stuff like it's nothing.
Oh.
But I can't accept him. I can't love someone who doesn't value his own father's life. Sorry. Anyway, back to the mission. Jobs like this, I just want to get them done and hit the diner. You know, kick back a cold one. Or 20.
I will not encourage your alcoholic ways, Fry. I refuse to encourage these alcoholic ways of yours, sir. Do. Hello,
Look who's
Fortress.
joined us. I'll burn you up here! Shoot them while they're distracted.
I'll staple him down! Bullet twist!
I'll burn you all to the ground!
Teehee.
You can do it!
Teehee. Easy little murder.
Targets eliminated. That's a wrap, folks. Yeah, that was way easier than I thought. All this talk of a massive ganglion force had me pumped, but this was nothing. Guess I'll just burn through my leftover energy at the diner. You ready to party?
I'm worried about the others.
Aw,
force
come
isn't
on,
here.
They're fine. We had the dangerous mission, remember?
Burp, burp, burp.
What? The perimeter's broken. The ganglion are surging towards New LA? Damn it. We gotta go. You better be in one piece, Fogg.
He's worried. I'll do a flyback here. That feels right. God, this game looks so good. Beloved video game. Beloved mirror. It's a cool planet. Cool little features all around. Cool little creatures. We're about the future, it's alright. Get by. Like a breeze, you gotta believe so. I don't know. I'm curious if the flying or the driving is faster. Hey, oh. Teehee. That's not good. Fog's okay. Dun 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 dun.
Fog, you okay?
Fry? I'll live. We held them till the 12th wave.
12
Then it all
waves?
fell apart.
It's amazing you made it that long.
We had to. This is our home.
We'll take care of this. You just hang on.
Right.
You ready? We're not letting this city fall.
I'm ready to go.
Bust. Here they come.
Let me just get into the Aries.
You can do it.
Agasse Rakane. You're alive, you get special guns.
Now it's my turn. Up here. Shoot them while they're distracted.
Shoot him.
That would have dented him. Move in and keep the rhythm going. Spectacularly done. We got him. Let's move.
Teehee. Oh, this is an hold off the enemy onslaught. This is a 3-minute thing. Okay, I see. Doo-doo. Where's the next wave? Come on. We can take you. We can take him. We can take him.
Bust. Here they come.
Engaging. Lay down some
I've
fire.
changed up my setup slightly.
That's how to behave. You can do it.
And I'm now running a Hercules Blow based build, along with 0-0 to build TP sometimes.
Heads up.
That's how to evade. You can do it. I can be plenty fast on my feet. Right. True stream edge.
I can take a look.
That's it. Melee now. It's my turn.
Where's the enemy?
Ghost factory.
And I've got a Power Katana somewhere.
Side flash. Ready? Too bad.
Getting close.
Now it's my turn. True stream edge.
Tornado. Time for some more.
Success. Now move in. Now it's my turn. 0-0.
Shoot them.
That's it. We got him. Let's move. Shall we?
Game
They're
on.
off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack.
Burning
Shadow
slash.
strike. Spectacularly done.
I
Teehee.
guess I'm on the right team. Bust. Here they come.
I'll start things at range. Follow my targeting sight. That's it. Melee shadow strike.
No threat to the mission.
Burning slash.
Now it's my turn. 0-0.
0-0.
Reinforcements. Watch out. There's still more. Now it's my turn. Looks like we've got a newcomer.
Either dead. No threat to the mission.
Side flash. Ghost Walker.
Missile
Side
fire.
flash. That's it. No. You can do it.
We did it.
I think we're through the worst of it. Hang in there, Fog. Help's coming.
Thank you, both of you. I'm really glad to see you safe.
Man, Fog, I'm sorry. I really had you wrong these last few years.
I was a little surprised you came running here.
Hey, your blood. Only damn family I got left. And you keep families safe, whatever it takes. Same as you did for New LA.
Fry, can I tell you something?
Anything, after we get you checked out.
No, I want to say this now. Dad said an old man like him had no place taking some kid's spot on the whale. He sacrificed himself so others could live.
Yeah, of course he did. Goddamn old fool.
God damn.
I never
awful.
stopped to think of it like that. Never thought about how dying can sometimes save someone else.
It's not a good lesson
In
to
my
learn.
head, saving lives was all about fighting on the front lines.
Sounds like you.
More like you, at least today. Dad would have fought for the city too. He'd be a heap of bruises like you are. I thought you were cold, but you've got Dad's fire. Maybe more than me, even.
No.
I'm sorry I didn't see that, bro.
Fry, Look, please don't apologize. I just want things to be like they were.
Then what do you say we hit the diner for a few after-work rounds?
Perfect. I could tip back a gallon of milk right about now.
Which is still gross, by the way.
It's
You're
got a
coming
point.
too, right?
Now you can have time to catch up.
Ah, don't be like that. You're practically family at this point.
I don't like
I'd
that.
like you there, actually. Once Fry gets spun up, he starts rambling. I could use a translator.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
Dual sword art. Crisis zone. The Gatling gun art. Bullet twister. Now add both Fry and Fog to your team at the same time. And a mental statistic 75%. I didn't see this segment, but it was there somewhere, I suppose then. Oh, it was hidden. Oh. I see. It was hidden until I accepted it. I need to do the Sparking a Smile mission before I can do this one and the different one. Oh, they have another quest together. Let's see. Also now that I can add them together at the same time, I will, because I need both of them to get to max affinity still. Let me have a look at how much time. Okay, yeah, I should do another little mission. What mission shall we do? We got Yelp, we can do Doug, we can do Hope, we can do the King of Fear. You know what? Sure, let's do HB's mission. Affinity mission, accept.
Have you heard the latest scuttlebutt from the general rabble?
I haven't, no.
Rumors are flying that Commander Vandam's successor is going to be one of the two of us.
Ooh.
I intend for it to be me. I'll work my way up and drag Blade kicking and screaming into the modern era.
I'll do all I can to stop you. I want the position of power.
That's
Sounds
what I
pretty cool.
expect from my rival. It should be an exciting race to the top. Oh, I'm almost giddy. In the meantime, let's continue our record of one perfect mission after the next.
That sounds good. Like this mission. You talk to a no pawn over here.
And I've been looking for you.
Oh.
I spoke to Eleonora. I take it you're the Nopon who has been asking after me?
Huh? Glass's friend is HB?
Haha, the scope of my fame is terrifying. My name has become a chorus across races.
Friends of Kulala always talk about amazing man with 200 IQ.
And prone speak of combat skills. Say you fight anything, that no creature is too fierce.
Yes, all true, I'm afraid. My partner here will attest to it.
All true and more. We can lean into this. I think this is a good bit.
Admirable. A lesser blade would be blinded with envy, and yet you remain a beacon of truth. Now, what was it you needed? I'll do anything within my power. Which is anything.
That worked just like Eleanor say.
Oh.
Butter up Glass's man with random flatterings, and he'd do any job Kulala wants.
Quiet, fool. Earth alien is falling for it. Do not be so honest.
What's this about honesty?
Just another fine trait of friend HB. Kulala and Tentacle Friend have job only amazing man like HB can do. Recently, terrible prone people are hurting poor Nopon.
It is Blood King Gelvo Bon. Even among Cavern Clan, his brutality is known.
The name says it all, I suspect.
Few days ago, Bloody King attacked Caravan on trade route and roast everyone. If friends do not help, Nopon everywhere become lunch.
Despicable. This barbarian must be brought to heel as soon as possible.
Soon as possible.
But Bloody King is clever. No one knows where his super secret base is.
Hiding in shadows, tormenting the weak. Typical Cavern scum behavior.
Kulala heard Pathfinder friends good at gathering info. Came to seek help finding Bloody King.
Well, we are the eyes and ears of Blade. All of Mira is our backyard. I'll have a look on Frontier Nav straight away. Right. I'd say we found our base.
Amazing! My clansmen looked everywhere. Found nothing. What magic is this?
Just the magic of hard work and diligent data probe installation. All the answers are just a click away. But for now, I have a despot to topple.
Friends do that for Kulala? Kulala heard fighting was Harrier job.
I don't trust anyone else to finish what I've started. I'll see it through. Well, I am my new assistant here. Isn't that right?
Don't call me your assistant.
I'm glad I asked you for help in this matter. Some blades cling to that obsolete system of segregated divisions. It does my heart good to see that you are not one of them. Bringing this Blood King to justice will be yet more proof that I am correct on this.
Hi, affinity up. Wonderful. Let me put Fog in this slot so that I know he'll appear in the cutscenes and get the affinity, much like I just did. That is 10 kilometers away. I am not flying all that way. Do, 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 do. Hello, Nopon friend. I'm gonna collect this wreckage before I talk to you. Hi, my dear Nopon friend.
Help. Please help. Blood King. Still hungry. The Donga caravan. Next target.
Not the Dodonga caravan.
He's gone. We couldn't save even one of them. We should hurry to that caravan. I'll not permit another fragile life to be snuffed out by this monster.
Yeah.
Anger? Yes, I suppose I got emotional there. Not like me, I know. I blame it on your bad influence.
Damn.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. I'll be back to my usual self by the time we catch up to the Blood King. We'll complete the mission with our usual precision.
Do 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 do. Do do do. Where did my skill go? The Donga caravan so far away. Someone's recruiting for a mission. God, I love this game. I love all the big plants in Optilum. They bring me a lot of joy. I want to get these beams to disappear because they are annoying me. Are you the right one? No. Pog. I didn't know that I had a quest here. I don't know what that item was, but I sure completed that quest. This is the right one. Yep. Hi. Let me talk to you, man. Mate, you're a human, yes? How did you find this place? You followed the smoke? But how? Smoke should only be visible to Orpheans. Just who or what are you? Oh, Blade, I'm here to help. I got these glasses. En ik possess a set of hard goggles. I'm relieved that you have come. There is a human survivor here who needs your assistance. Continue to send out smoke while fleeing from primordial creatures. My Ova informed me that being proactive is the optimal course of action. The human is atop that large tree. You must hurry and help. Oh dear, it appears your scent has lured a primordial creature. I must humbly request that you defeat the beast. I will hide with the human survivor up in the tree.
Bust. Here they come.
I'll start right now. Melee attacks. Side slash. Ready? True bad. That's it. Melee strike.
Hercules blow.
Fighting, but here goes.
Spectacularly done. Nice work.
There you are. Dun, 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 dun. At least you are safe, brave human. I deduce that the primordial creature is gone? I see, that is a great help. It is safe now, Anna. We should be able to return to New LA. We're actually saved? Oh man, thank you so much. I'm glad you're alright. My friends sacrificed themselves to keep me safe. If Cantonum had also been eaten, I just don't know what I would have done. It's all my fault, you see. Maintaining the truck was my job, but I got lazy and blew it off. We managed to abandon the vehicle and successfully flee into the woods, but the chances of us escaping Noctilum by ourselves were vanishingly small. So we took a course of action that at least offered some chance of survival, and awaited help. Now that's the part. No good comes of lingering here. We need to get Anna to the city before exhaustion claims her. I'm also curious to learn more of this long hot soak she so fervently desires. Yeah, sure. See, I was sure you were going to die, so I kept saying I wanted one last bath. No, thank you all so much. Cantonum and I will head back to New LA now. That is not where my mech is. I fell. I fallen. I fell off. Hi. I am here to kill the Blood King.
That must be Gelvoban. They look nearly ready to strike the caravan. Thankfully, we're completely ready. Let's make this quick.
Let's make this quick. In and out. Easy work. We don't need the Ares.
It didn't have to be like
The Blood King, Gelvoban.
Follow my lead, Roy!
Teehee. 1 through 3 match was enough. AoE attack, my beloved.
I knew the prone had superhuman strength, but that
was
if you
nothing.
hadn't been with me, I fear I would have, well, died.
Oh.
You have my thanks. Now, let's hurry back and inform Pulala.
Sounds good, mate. Back to NLA. Here. Let me change the time to a more reasonable time of day, so I can have a little bit of brightness in my life. So it being a constant night. Ooh la la. Hi.
Glasses friend, what happened with Bloody King? Did friend stop Gelvoban so Nopon can live in peace?
Your noble people will never have to fear that monster again. Consider him deposed, permanently.
This true? Truly?
Truly.
Pulala not have words. HB is amazing. HB is best friend in world. HB is genius.
And seeing you so happy makes me happy as well.
Completely right.
Such happiness is the reason we fight. It's a simple truth that is easily forgotten. Though I fear the current state of Blade is too inefficient to help everyone.
Oh.
Once I'm in charge, however, I'll whip the system into a logical order and have productivity through the roof.
Sure thing, mate.
You're one of my scant few equals, you know, so I expect big contributions in the future.
Sure thing. If you say so. Mission complete. You learned the shield art. Atomic hits. Ooh. We have the Nintendo Direct is now available in video, so I can do this. this window capture. And then I know I won't miss it when it starts. Let me make it a bit tinier. It's very tiny in the top corner. Now I won't miss that start. Wonderful. It'll block my screen a little. As in, wait, I could probably maneuver it behind me. But yeah, that area is already kind of locked. So it won't really matter. I'm a genius. A genius, well and truly. Condor warped. Apparently he is digging up info on the water plants. Are you here? Only at night, Mr. Loarb. I saw you here earlier.
Yeah.
He is. Excuse me, but may I ask you a question? We're using purified water from the Piano water purification plant to mass produce Zenirapa water, which they use to multiply. I don't really know anything about the people who run that installation. I would like to give a token of our gratitude to its employees, but I don't know who I should present it to. It wouldn't be too much trouble, and if you happen to be acquainted with the staff there, could you direct me to an appropriate representative? Let's send him to a Joa, the plant's creator. What an incredible deed this Joa has achieved. Where might I find her? What? She was attacked by illnesses and is presently hospitalized at the Mimizome Maintenance Center. Then I shall prepare a gift of Mimizome parts to ensure her speedy recovery. Reciprocity is one of the fundamental principles of Alliance. And with this, a favor received shall be a favor repaid. I thank you for your guidance. Hope. I see you over there.
You came to visit me?
Oh, hello, Cobus. I'm just petting this cute dog. He was going to get up against my legs, snuffling. I think he really likes me. You're too kind. Petting a dog makes me feel like we're back on Earth. New LA is making progress, but it still doesn't quite feel like we're living the way we used to. Having pets around is a good first step for certain. But well, what else do you think New LA needs to feel like Earth again? I don't want a zoo. I personally don't particularly care about movies or nightlife, but I feel like nightlife is more so horribly. Rather than buildings as disreputable institutions, I'd prefer construct more churches and temples of various faiths. That way we'll be able to grant peace to everyone, no matter their creed. For some awful reason, they do build such dens of corruption as you suggest. I don't want to catch you patronizing them, Cobes. Get too much idle time with your hands. No, I will not be going to church. Sorry, Hope, but that I kind of ain't here anymore. Female blade. Aqua. Somewhere. I have a bunch more to do here. Let's go to the Doug. With the dog. Over here. Afternoon. Okie dokie. Change time. Afternoon.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Cobus. This is your dog, right? Man, what a good boy. He's just letting me give him some loving. You know, pets and stuff. Scratch under chin, rub his belly, make his leg do that kicking thing, you know. Nothing. Yes, why are you giving me that look? And I pass a dog that needs loving, I'm just gonna leave him hanging. You sure do like dogs. Yeah, I can't say I ever used to be a huge dog person or anything, but pets are just so rare on me. Just having pets around makes it feel a bit like we're back on Earth. Just a little bit. It put me in a nostalgic sort of mood. Makes you think back to the time when my parents and brothers and I would play with our pets in the backyard without a care in the world. But I'm not really the sentimental type. No brooding about Earth is the loudest thing, and I don't want to step on his turf. I guess there's a part of me that longs for Earth all the same. Alright, that's enough wallowing in homesickness. I've got missions to complete. If you get a line on a job with a big payoff, hook me up. Dog's heart, facts and feelings. And that is Fog. All maxed out affinity-wise. Which now means I have every character full on affinity. Now I can truly do every heart-to-heart. If I run around alone, then I also won't.
Hey, what's up?
Hey guys, how's it going? Just spending that dog of yours, one of the adorable little pup. Really brightened my day. And that's a different breed, but reminds me of this Yorkshire Terrier from my neighborhood back on Earth. I was so jealous of that little guy. Yeah, the wife of that family that owned the dog was actually a total knockout. They were really wealthy, but nice too. Never rubbed it in anyone's face. But no, that wasn't what I was jealous of. I was jealous of the way they treated the dog like a member of the family. Better than the way a lot of actual people are treated. My family took it for walks every day, they ate together, they watched TV together. They were pretty much inseparable. Meanwhile, both my parents were so busy that I barely saw them at all. Spent most of my days alone, or maybe with friends. Now I have a little more perspective. Compared to Irina, I came from a happy family. I mean, I like my parents, you know? That's why I wanted to spend more time with them. When I grew older and got a dog of my own, I felt a lot less lonely all the time, but... Anyway, yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to get all mopey on you. It's not to say that you have a really cute dog. Now, wouldn't it be great if all the images here on there were cute dogs instead of big, slobbery monsters? Now I'll never get that image out of my head. Hi, Alexa.
Heya!
Here! Check out your pup here. I can't believe how real it seems. It's warm, there's pushy fur, and it feels really good to pet, and when you step on it still, it barks and bites you. It's some incredible AI. Yep, real Canadian technology. It's almost in the same league as Skells. Well, wait, what if we put this AI into Skells? Take the idea to an archive. Wait, what? You actually like my idea? Well, now I'm glad someone does. Now, Tika would just shoot it right down. And I suggested a while ago that we stop producing cars for New LA and focus on civilian Skells instead. She actually slapped me in the face. And then she said she was saving the backhand return slap for my next stupid idea. It's always like this. Back in the day, I was just a normal military cadet studying behavioral sciences. Who'd have thought I'd become such a Skell fanatic? We've come very far. I guess it has been a pretty long road, huh? I mean, there were Skells back on Earth, but I never had a chance to ride in one. And I wasn't exactly diligent about staying on top of my combat training. That was back then though. Since we arrived here, I've been working really hard at it. Mostly because of how badly I wanted to pilot a Skell. That's a story for another day. Let's chat later. I'll tell you about the rest of my background. And also hear about what you did back on Earth. So, to be continued. Catch you later. Early morning. $5 AM. Closer to 6 AM than this is actually. Hi El. What are you up to?
Fancy of you to meet us here.
Ah, my good friend Cobus, who suspected this might pique your curiosity. After all, how could anyone possibly fail to notice such a splendid exercise routine? What exercise are you doing? A perfectly reasonable question. This is a hybrid exercise program of our own creation. Its foundation is a daily Japanese calisthenics routine, which Secretary Nagi has kindly taught to us. But we have also incorporated elements of Nippon gymnastics, as well as movements taken from the prone coming-of-age dance. What was the genesis of this inspired melange? Merely that New LA is a city of many species living together, yet there is no common exercise routine to unite us. We're confident that you, of all people, will appreciate the initiative we took in finding a solution to this most vexing of problems. Yeah, no, this is good. You honor us, my friend. This is high praise indeed. It was too much to hope that all the Xenoforce of NLA would line up to join us as soon as they witnessed our bold display. Now that we have a partner of such lofty stature, all will be well. We are confident that our combined efforts of public outreach will win over the city twice as quickly. Slow and steady may win the race, but 2 turtles are faster than 1. Complete L's heart-to-heart workout while here. L's a funny little guy. And that is a heart-to-heart that requires a cat, so we can't really do that. Go over here. Okay, we need the time to pass just a little so that it's morning instead of early morning.
Hey.
Hey, it's Ghost. Just asking the nice lady here to pull together some extra first aid kits for us. The next mission could involve run-ins with a pair of titans, possibly at the same time. If we end up in a top fight, we're likely to suffer multiple injuries. Yeah, we can admire this. That's hardly something you should be praising me for. I know all of us have a moral duty to serve the whole of humanity, but I can't wrap my head around that. Just way too much to process. You're right, you have a good point. What I can wrap my head around are the comrades fighting by my side, and I include you in that. So I'm going to do everything I can to aid and protect them. Hopefully, in doing so, I'll be serving humanity as a whole. But let's be honest, I'm looking too far beyond the friends beside me and the balance in my bank account. Really, looking out for your friends is the least any of us could do. That's right, he has a good point. Industrial district, 70%. 2, 3, 4. What am I missing for you? Early morning, HB. Hello, HB. Good morning to you, Cobus. I'm pleased to see you awake and hard at work at this earliest of hours. Were you just passing by? As you can see, I'm performing an inspection of the integrated production plant. Yeah, truly, your powers of perception place you among Blade's elite. I heard that since the Xenoforms arrived here in LA, the integrated production plant has been running at full capacity day and night. Any sort of trouble were to occur, it would be a serious setback for Blade. The civilians of LA and Xenoforms alike. It's when you're at your busiest that you're most likely to miss the early signs of trouble, so I figured the plant could benefit from a third-party inspection. That is what brings me here today. Is there anything I can do to help? I'm grateful for your offer. However, your assistance is not needed at this time. I fear this inspection has been a waste of my own considerable talents. The plant is well run. The staff's most pressing problem is an abrupt 2000% increase in pizza requests. By deprioritizing lower demand items, the staff has managed to increase their pizza production without significant disruptions. Now if you'll excuse me, I must report my findings to HQ. I am pleased to see you faring well, but do not let complacency be your undoing. I hope we can work together again soon. What a nice young man.
Wait.
What a nice young man. Now, is Bose gonna be inside or outside the building? Haha, he was outside the building. I was right. I was correct.
Cuts!
Hello, Crippus. You've been straightening out in air, do well. There was no useful function for New LA. He had complaints about his lot in life constantly, therefore I took it upon myself to set him straight. At the end of my lecture, the young hoodlum attempted to tackle me. I was pleased to see he still had some spirit. The follow-through was quite lacking. He continues to scorn the duties that have been assigned to him, and something must be done. Considering taking him outside the city on a Blade assignment that demonstrates the life or death stakes we're dealing with. What do you think? At the very least, I should give him a renewed appreciation for what it means to live in the high walls of New LA. Don't get the boar man killed, belay such fears. I will look after him. I believe he needs to stand in another man's shoes to learn who he himself is. His incessant indolence and discontent are born of a belief that he lacks the power to effect change. In many ways, a New LA citizen can contribute to ever setting foot on the field of battle. It's all about spirit. If you can find a way to get through to him, I believe he can change. The moment I berated him was the moment I accepted him as a student. So then, what would you consider to be an appropriate first assignment for this delinquent? Let's do Curator. That just might be the perfect mission. Relatively safe, can be accomplished fairly close to New LA. We'll give him a means to escape from any indigent he couldn't handle. Well, I'm going to bring him to the maintenance center. It's good that doctors are able to patch him up. He'll begin his blade assignment at once. Cannot wait to meet the man he's about to become. Where to next? Let's go over here. Let's do these two. Or these three. Hi, Fog.
Hot dog.
Oh, hello, Cobus. I was just thinking about how good these hot dogs look and smell, I suppose. We can buy him a hot dog. No, thank you. It's a very generous offer, but, well, my brother would be furious at me. A lot of anxiety issues around strangers, and my brother says I have to get comfortable. Doing things like talking to shopkeepers and ordering food. You probably should get comfortable doing that. What are you gonna do when you're 30 or 40 years old, he says. What if you still can't do this crap by yourself? Given it a lot of thought, and while I don't think it's necessarily that important, it is worth noting that this body is a mimusome. So I can probably just pretend to be this young for as long as I want. What about when you return to your real body? I'm going to buy a hot dog. If I gather my courage, there's nothing I can do. Nothing I can't do. I have to believe that. Jim.
Check this out, okay?
Gwyn in the evening. Gwyn should be over here. Hi Gwyn. Evening comes. Running on into you here, huh? Just about to go have dinner with Matthias and Lieutenant Arena. The lieutenant wanted to buy something at that store, so I'm just waiting for her to finish. Shouldn't be too long now. Present? What? So, yeah, today isn't any sort of special day, so I don't have any reason to give her one. So, yeah, I think she would find that pretty suspicious. But I have been thinking that I might use my share of our next assignment to get her something really incredible for her birthday. Like maybe that new assault rifle from Sakuraba Industries. What do you think? It's just Meredith and Co. weapon. Weapon for Meredith and Co, huh? Well, if that's his suggestion, I'm sure she'd love it. Maybe we should take a closer look at some of the other options instead of just grabbing that Sakuraba one. Thanks for your opinion. Means a lot. Oh, looks like she's coming back out now. Well, I've got to go. We can work together on a mission soon. Matchmaker. Hehe. Alexa over here. Hello Alexa. Hi Cubs. Front VTOL aircraft incredible. You know Matthew, the mechanic, right? He calls our VTOL transports V-Transers. You might expect, the name hasn't really caught on. When I think of airplanes, I still imagine the old school kind, with propellers. My dad had a single prop airplane back on Earth. Every time they used to take me up in that thing, I'd spent the trip praying we didn't die in a crash. Kinda weird to think I'll never ride in it again. You can at least ride. Yeah, I guess I'll always have my skill. Oh! I almost said it. Yikes. Tika said that if she has to listen to one more speech about, you know what, she's going to have the maintenance center dissect my brain. Even with that, I still can't thinking about running my fingers down the chassis of a... You know what if Tika's right? Maybe my brain's broken. I need to take a screenshot of this for some purposes. Anyway, I'm trying to prove that I can control my obsession and there's nothing wrong with me, but it's pretty hard. We can support her. Yeah, exactly, so I was trying to talk about plain old aircraft. I mean, transfers aren't so dissimilar from, you know what, they're impressive in their own way, right? It's less impressive, obviously, but they make for a nice change of pace. I mean, kinda. You know, standing here and talking about this stuff is really bumming me out. I think I'm gonna go take a little walk down in the administrative district. Just get some fresh air, mind you. Not so I can look at any, you know, what's out of the corner of my eye. She is obsessed. Let's go to Arena over here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And I need to start looking for all the blood lobsters at some point. Arena in the morning. We can easily do so. Morning.
Didn't think
Hi,
I'd
Arena.
see you here.
Fancy meeting you here, Cobus. As you can see, I was just having my gun serviced. Been working with her since we were back on Earth, and it's exactly what I want, and always tunes it to perfection. How about you, Cobus? How do you keep your weapons maintained? Rigorous and amazing, personalized maintenance routine. Yeah, the sort of person people can count on. No wonder Colonel took you under her wing. Armor is one thing, but that just hurts you if it fails. But weapons are like the lives of friends and comrades. If you don't keep them in perfect condition, you might not be able to give your all when the team needs you. Have you heard of a man named Mondo, by the way? I have. I recognize the name. You guys must have met then. Give Mondo a gun you want serviced and he'll do you better than any mechanic in New LA. Gwyn actually became his apprentice. I was starting to learn his secrets. But I guess Mondo won't be able to teach Gwyn anything again. I think that so skilled a blade could be brought down like that. Even when your weapons are in pristine condition, I guess we all eventually face a threat that's just too big to handle. When my time comes, I don't want to be regretting that I cut corners prepping my gear. I can't ignore the little things. Sometimes little things so keep us blades alive out there. I'm just gonna let things stack up in the residential district each time. Do things outside of it first. Arena, hi.
Hey, look who's here.
Hey, Cobus. My skull took a pretty serious beating during my last interceptor mission. Now I'm gonna sit here and pretend to listen while this mechanic lectures me about it. That's the way we fight, though. Don't plan for things to go off the rails just like that. They just do. When you need to protect someone that requires something important, there isn't always time for finesse. I'm just doing what needs to be done to complete the mission. I never forgive myself if someone got hurt because I was sitting back and calculating the most efficient way to kill a dangerous enemy. I can't imagine you've come this far without being in the same situation yourself. Yeah, I imagine everyone's had that experience at least once, and no exception, even though it was a long time ago. That's why I decided I never wanted to feel that way again. Sure, I have moments of indecision, but that's when I just summon my courage and take action. Even when it looks hopeless, I remind myself that I'm doing it for the team. My courage never wavers. No one will ever die again because I faltered. Ah well, I suppose you should cut this short, huh? Supposed to be getting chewed out here. I'm looking forward to our next mission together. I need your support for my reckless ways. Heart to heart, 72%. And then there's that one over there. And we can finish off Arena's heart to hearts. 2, 3, 4.
Didn't think I'd see you
Hey,
here.
Cobus. But you're thinking it's not like me to be found in a place like this, huh? About to buy Gwyn some new goggles. His old pair got smashed during a mission. They weren't a big deal to him or anything, but he works hard out there and never complains. Thought I'd get him something to say thanks. That's what Gwyn wins? I don't know, he's just Gwyn, you know? He's like a little brother, I guess. He's a pretty close friend to my actual little brother, so I suppose I see a little bit of him in Gwyn. I wish I'd been a better sister to my brother when he was alive, actually. Especially after I joined the military. I barely had any time for him. We rarely talked at all. I never got to praise him, scold him. I think that's why when I see Gwyn working hard, I want to buy him something to show him my support, you know? Like a big sister would. Well, I'd better get to it. See you on our next mission. I'm curious about what the alternative paths for that conversation are. I need to know. What was it called? Boggled? Goggled by the goggles? They're not too interesting. The others aren't too interesting. I think I picked the best one. I think. I need a cat for one of those. So let's get the cat. Let's get our cat. Our beloved little kitty. Ooh. Bags customization. You. Dog, go away. I want my cat. Where's the cat? Where's the little thing? Where's the devious little thing? Oh, it's here with Elba looking at the screens. Cute little thing. Anyway. To Doug. Bum, 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 bum. Let me get this conversation first. Hi, Doug.
Hey, what are you doing
Hi,
here?
Cubus. See what's going on over there? The folks kind of court are doing everything completely wrong. Tennis isn't a balancing competition, you know? So what's everyone getting all excited about? Explore the merits of their ways. They think I should think of tennis like a deck of cards. Something with a common set of pieces, with lots of ways to play. Don't know if I buy that, but if they're having fun, more power to them. So what brings you here, Cobus? I get to watch you play sports, I think. I've just finished cooling down. I did today was jog anyway, although sometimes I play basketball with blade buddies. I'll let you know next time we're gonna play so you can come down and join us. You can sink a basket while I'm blocking you, I'll buy you a drink. Neat. Let's just go over here, save myself a little bit of running. Ba-da. Hello, HB.
Let's see what you're capable of.
Ah, Cobus. Impeccable timing. Would you be so kind as to drag me out of here? Sure. Your quick thinking never ceases to impress. Once again, I find myself being overzealously courted by a number of eager ladies. You'd think I'd be used to it by now, but I am most certainly not. Had I been satisfied living the life of your everyday Joe Pathfinder, I suppose I could have avoided this. But alas, this is the price one must pay to be the elitist of the elite. But I'm sure I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. The fellow elite, you must struggle with this sort of thing yourself, yes? Imagine the good ladies of New LA must hound you relentlessly and without pause. Not with the opposite sex, and I'm not interested in that. Yes, well, this is no time for a discussion. You must drag me out of here at once. Please feel free to use as much force as you're comfortable with. It will be you whom the ladies blame for my abrupt departure and not I. This way we can spare them a little bit of heartbreak, which is but the classy thing to do. I'll see that I make it up to you later. Oh, you quite literally... I love that that then pulls up the add to class menu. That's good. I need to kill a person. I want to do the rest of the heart-to-hearts, and then I'm probably gonna end up heading out of existing. Oh, I don't have any sound. I turned it off. That makes sense. Yep. Dun, 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 dun. Let me go set my thing back to Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition as a category. Where to? Bose is over there. Is Bose gonna be on top of a structure? I feel like he is. Where is this man?
I told you.
It's like this doesn't have an inside.
Listen. Yeah.
Neither does this side. Neither does this side. Let me... No. Morning. Okay. Do 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 do. Now where is this man?
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna return to Skull, because then I will be able to find him. Disappointed that the Nintendo Direct had nothing of note for Cobus. But you know, that's how it is sometimes. Sometimes that's just how the Nintendo Direct go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That has an inside? Oh wow. Oh, for the bell, that makes sense. Thank you, Cobus. I'd not expected to encounter you here, but I'm not on duty and come here to meditate. I set my entire being to the goal of finding wisdom, but such a thing is not so easily attained. The churches are generally not considered appropriate places to meditate. However, I've yet to discover a temple in New LA. Some people prefer to meditate under large trees, but I don't believe New LA has any of those either. If we were to attempt to meditate outside the city, I'd awaken from it in the belly of some indigent. But to put it simply, this is the best place I've found to meditate on this planet. But that's enough for today. I'm heading back to the barracks to get myself some breakfast. And there is no finer way to break one's fast than with a meal of boiled tofu and salsa. If you'd like to join me, you're certainly welcome. Fog and Fry over there. That is very doable.
Unbelievable.
Hi Fog. I see Fry over there. Wonderful. Oh, hello, Cobus. Silence, 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 silence. I was just thinking about how much water is in this purification plant. It's a lot. Yeah, you're right. My brother really enjoys alcohol. Did you know that about him? I know. No, this is larger and a much more serious problem. My brother has a birthday coming up and I'd like to do something special for him. We're each other's only remaining family after all. And this is his first birthday since we've reconciled. I was thinking it would make him really happy if I turned all this water into scotch. But I understand how citizens of New LA might object to that idea, so I'm trying to consider alternatives. Does anything come to mind? You can have elk concoct in special alcohol. It's a really good idea. I'm sure elk would whip up a new type of alcohol that would really surprise Fry. Thank you for the idea. First you helped my brother and I reconcile, and now you're giving me good advice. I hope you'll always be such a good friend to the Christoph family.
1, 2, 3.
Heart to heart complete. Hi Fry. Get out of here, you filthy little furball. You ate all my goddamn jerky. Look at the cat. This is exactly why I hate cats. Oh, sorry if I was rude to your pet here. I'm just a dog person, you know? And say, if they can make minisomes of dogs, why not make one with the brains of a military dog? Slap some armor on it, and let it explore Mega with us. Its sense of smell would be way better than ours, so it'd be perfect for chasing down prey. like most of the worthless humans around there and then go running away at the first sign of trouble. Well, what do you think? I feel like it would get eaten. Yeah, I suppose warlocks have been trained to deal with humans, but not so much tyrants. In fact, the Indians might try to target it first. Losing a dog in the line of duty would be the worst. It's the worst. I had a foxhound back on Earth, you know? Little guy died when I was 10 years old, and I cried so much you wouldn't believe it. No. Oh. Of course, Folk didn't seem sad at all. He was afraid of dogs actually, so he never went near him. I know, right? Shocker. Yeah, I couldn't bear the thought of watching a dog I loved get eaten by an indigent. Sure, it would just be a mimizone, but once you name it and start caring about it, what's the difference? Guess we've got a lot of work to do before we'll be able to explore Mira with our pooches. But maybe, once we've wiped all the dangerous critter off the face of the planet. Well, it's my day off, so I ain't lifting a finger, but I'm counting on you to get out there and make Mira safer, Cobus. Noted. I see your vision. HB over here in the early morning. And start running over there before it's early morning. This is probably a good enough place to change it to early morning again. Hello, HB. Cobus, what are you doing here? Dactyl, I can't believe you've discovered my secret training regimen. I worked so hard to conceal it from my rivals. But I suppose there's nothing to be done about it now. So go ahead, make it your own, steal all my ideas. I will find a new and better way to stay ahead of you. But while we're on the subject, what do you consider to be the secret to success? An indomitable spirit. How charmingly naive. Oh, certainly, such spirit can be a virtue. Do you truly consider mindlessly throwing yourself the same insurmountable challenge over and over again to be the true path to success? That's how I beat some enemies in games. Sometimes it works. Let us be realistic. You and I, honing one's skills, the way to increase the odds of success, not some kind of intangible pluck or grit or what have you. That's why I developed my training regimen. I do not see NLA as a place for rest and relaxation, but rather as a forge upon which to temper my skills. Oh, it seems that my rival is honing their own skills at an alarming rate. Therefore, I must work all the harder to compensate. And now that I have spilled forth my secret, tell me, what is yours? Be honest. I see. By completing a wide variety of assignments, you've gathered valuable experience. I certainly haven't forgotten how effortlessly you complete the mission that I pressed onto you when we first met. Perhaps I merely need more experience to bring out the strength that lies within me. Your advice is appreciated. It seems I have outgrown my special training regimen. From now on, I will accept more missions in order to keep pace with my rival. I will begin by engaging in 10 assignments simultaneously, and work my way up from there. Farewell for now. It's a bit extreme, but I see his vision. Doug, and who are you? That's Fry. Let's do the Fry and Doug ones. Hello, Fry.
Hey, give me another.
Hey there, Cobus. Care to join us? Just having a drink with my new Ruffian friend here. He was telling me how tough it is to be the eldest son in a Ruffian family. Lots of responsibility, having to inherit the family name and sword and all that. I had it pretty tough too when I was born, just me. But then one day, all out of the blue, everyone said I had to start acting like a big brother. Worse still, my little brother was better at me than just about everything. That's how I got all bitter and ended up the way I am today. So how about it? If you were in our situation, which brother would you rather be? Older or younger? I am an older brother, technically, so I'm gonna have to say that. Looking for punishment, huh? Just like me and my Ruffian friend here. Of course, I bet the younger fellas complained they got it worse. We just gotta review the history to see who's actually right. We're great fans of Princess. I averaged about a B-, give or take. The Folk came along and started getting A+ across the board. You wouldn't believe the praise they lavished upon him. Look how much smarter he is than Fry. Bunch of crap, people just couldn't get over it. If you ask me, it's not really fair to compare old report cards if you don't pay attention to how a person has grown since, you know? What was I supposed to do with that? Argue? It looked like an even bigger pool, so I just bubbled up all the resentment and said, that's not healthy. Looking back on it, I probably should have tried to stay ahead of both. That never really occurred to me at the time. Of course, that's all water under the bridge. Fog is fog implies me, you know. And don't see him being better than me. No way. 70%, the commercial district. Hi, Elf. I'm running past you. Hello, dog.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Corvus. Check it out, I just bought a new car. Oh, pretty nice, right? Not. No, it wasn't as expensive as you might think. Guy owed me a favor, so he sold it to me way below cost. So what kind of car would you want to buy? Probably like an SUV. I completely see where you're coming from. With four-wheel drive, you could probably take Elma and Lynn off-roading of the place of Primordia. Of course, didn't just reduce the scrap within 10 minutes, but it would be a fun 10 minutes. It's kind of interesting how you can tell so much about someone's personality from the car they want to drive. But Lau used to drive an SUV, probably used to go camping with his family. Oh, I wish we still lived in a peaceful world like that, but I imagine we won't be back there for a long time. Well, at least I can still enjoy a brief drive during my breaks. Anyway, take care, Corvus. Pastimes and pride. Now where's the final... That's fine, the final pride one. Might as well go do it. What are you doing here, Corvus? Got the day off or something? I'll inquire. I know that myself, but I was just spending a little time with my thoughts. Sober, even. Because I just can't stop thinking about Earth. How I used to walk through a weird jumble of downtown shops before ducking down this one specific back alley. And then boom, best dive bar in the whole damn city, where I knew everybody and they all knew me. Man, did we ever have some laughs. I guess they're all gone now, huh? Anyway, this planet ain't so bad. But it's hard not to think about home sometimes. And it's not that no amount of thinking about Earth is gonna change what happened to it. But if the Earth was still around somehow, well, that's a fantasy I just can't let go of. So how am I supposed to get it out of my head, huh? How do I forget it? You've gotta tell me. I don't like either of these answers. Neither of those are good answers. Now I'm gonna drink till morning with fog and a bunch of interceptors. And tomorrow I'll go kill a tyrant in between heated battles with my hangover. Just like I do pretty much every day of my life. But maybe that's what I need right now. Thanks for listening. If you get the night off, you should come with us. I won't be doing that, sir. Alcohol, not good. I need a dog for that one. And I need to talk to Doug for that one. Teehee. He's at the higher level. He is. Noted.
Am I right?
Doug. Dougie. Hi, mate.
Hey, what are you doing
Hey,
here?
you, Cops. We were just discussing what to do with all the stuff that Lau left behind. Rifles, protective gear, shirts, jackets, bed, blankets, bottle of expensive liquor, and a framed photo of his family. Satan and Shingo might get their old bodies back and come home one day, so their stuff is fine. But Lau... Anyway, what do you think we should do with it? Yeah, I know what you mean. Wish we could do that. Know that if he was ever able to come home, he'd really appreciate all the stuff still being here. The Blade barracks are crowded enough as it is. We need to clear out this room so that another Blade can use it. We can't afford to turn the room of every fallen Blade into a shrine. Wonder if it'd be okay if I took all the stuff and had it stored somewhere. At the very least, I'll hang on to that photo for him. Look how happy his family looks. We all left our families behind when we boarded the White Whale. Don't think it's the wrong way. We can't allow ourselves to forget that we bear a great responsibility to those we sacrificed in order to reach this planet. I'm going to work hard to honor Lau and his family, and I'll do it by fighting to survive here on Mira. I hope you'll help me in this endeavor. Speaking of which, I think you should take his weapon and armor. That's better than letting him go to waste. Don't worry. If a couple of things go missing, I'll get chewed out and that'll be the end of it. I received all of Lau's gear. This is how you get the stuff back if you equipped good stuff to Lau. And then unequip it before losing him. And there is the final heart-to-heart, and I will be free from reading. Until I do more normal missions on stream. Which is an inevitability. I forgot I needed a dog for this one. Also, this isn't the last one, this is... Oh no, it is the last one. To the Blade Barracks. Barracks customization. We'll go to dog. Yep. Sounds good. Now we go back out. We go over here. Do. Over the fence. Hello, HB. Coach, I can't believe I let you see me like this. You of all people. This is humiliating. Just before my secret training regimen, when this dog happened by. This is the first time I've ever stopped to pet a dog, I swear. Thank you for being kind to our pet. What? This animal belongs to you? Well, it all makes sense now. That explains why I would appear just in time to interrupt my training regimen. They say that dogs resemble their owners. Now I just see just how true that is. Nevertheless, I must discuss a comment I made when last we spoke. Before, I said I do not see New LA as a place for rest and relaxation, but instead as a forge upon which to temper my skills. I may have been mistaken. I realized that just now as I was petting this dog. While I'm in New LA, pursuing my secret training regimen is of course incredibly important. Reminding myself of my struggle's ultimate point is also important. Perhaps even more so. Otherwise, no matter how strong my sense of purpose, I could lose sight of what I'm fighting for. My goal as Blades is not just to fight for this world, but to live in happiness upon it. Nod. Yes, I am truly grateful that I met this dog. And to a lesser extent, you. And that is now... Where's the murderous heart-to-heart that I'm missing? Is that perhaps locked behind an AN affinity mission? It very well could be. Yeah, it probably is. Which will be this one, the little rich girl. Let me quickly check if that is the case and there's not something else I'm missing. I haven't seen the fourth one either. So I'm missing 3 heart-to-hearts. And the third one requires the quest. I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. My brain is a bit tired though. And I mainly just wanted to stream the Nintendo Direct and do most if not all of the heart-to-hearts I can. So I'm happy to leave that there. Save the game. Go back to the title screen. Turn the title screen. Let me make myself a bit smaller again. Wonderful. Let me wait for the title screen to load. Look at them all. Beloved characters. Yeah. Now I need to figure out a way to close my stream because it still says connecting for me rather than currently streaming. So we'll see if this works. Bye bye. Thanks for hanging out if you did.